caning it at the moment, and I'm out again. And I'm back in the Yorkshire Dales. I'm up at the top end of Wharfdale, and I've just climbed out above the little hamlet of Cray, and I'm on this high road over at Tops before heading out. Oh, that wink! Before heading out onto the moor. Why have I chose this location today? Well, I'm out of breath on this hill. There's a Dales 2,000 footer that I've not done on this route, so I'm going to bag that, all being well. It's got a fearsome reputation though. Anyway, more about that later. Right, I'm about 3 miles in. I'm just having a break on the top of Stake Moss, which is the highest point between Upper Wharfdale and Raydale, which is like kind of a side shoot of Wensleydale. I'm about to leave this track soon and head west across this moor, this fearsome moor with this reputation it's got. The reputation comes from its bogs. If you look out on the OS map, there's just full of pools, little blue symbols indicating marshy ground. I've seen it called a truly evil place online. I've seen it called the bog to end all bogs. It can't be as boggy as Bowfell. Well, I hope not anyway. But we'll see what it's like, because I'm just going to have a bite to eat and then we're going to set foot on it. Here goes. Wish me luck. At least they provide bridges over the worst bit. It's very wet. A strange knobble. It's like the dead marshes up here. It really is tough going. Right, well, I've bagged Yorkshire moor. And my initial plan was to camp up there, up here. Just leaving the top now. But it's so boggy, and I've just checked the weather forecast as well. And the wind's going to increase dramatically in the early hours. So, with that in mind, I'm going to head off the tops a little bit. See if I can find somewhere a bit lower down and a bit drier as well. I'm knackered. What a slog going across here. It is absolutely sodden. So much surface water, so much water stored in the peat. Every step has a squelch. Anyway, I'll come back to you in a bit when I find somewhere. Now look at this stone thing I've found just off the summit. Well, about half a mile down towards Wharfdale. This would give me some sort of shelter. But it's whether the ground is decent enough. It's very lumpy. How's it looking inside? My stuff down there still need to sort out. It's not looking bad. Right, well, I'm just chilling out outside the tent now. I'm not sure what time it is because my watch strap's broke. I'll have to have a look at my phone in a bit. Must be turned 6, maybe half 6. Oh, it's nice to just sit down and relax a bit. My feet are in a right state. They're absolutely soaking. They've been soaking ages. I knew when I was setting off I had an hole in my boots and I put my sealskins on, but they kept the water out for a bit, but no, even they've give up. Just have a look at my boots here. What a mess. Look at that. Waste of time.
let's digest the day. Comfortable now in the tent. It's been a tough walk this, and I'll be honest, for large parts of it, I've not particularly enjoyed it. I'm not really happy with, with the weather conditions. May is an amazing month for me. I love May. But it's freezing, it's cold. And then we've had showers on and off all day. Bit of sleet, bit of hail, bit of rain, then it was sunny. But no, I've found it hard going today. The start of the walk, I went up this footpath by the side of Craig Hill. Now, I can't praise that section of a walk enough. It was just absolutely gorgeous. This little wooded ravine with a few wildflowers, fantastic waterfalls and cascades in the river. Just a short section, 3/4 of a mile section, but just a beautiful section of a walk. In a normal spring, there'd have probably been even more wildflowers. It'd been full of birdsong, but at this top end of the valley, everything seems so behind. Anyway, after that, I felt, oh, I can hear a golden plover. Oh, I love that noise. Yeah, after that, I walked up the road a bit above Cray, and then I followed this like green lane onto the top of the moor, onto Stake Moss, which were fine. I was tired though. I were quite demotivated by then. I got all my waterproofs on, and I was sweating and uncomfortable and grumbling. And then I got onto the moor, and I followed this fence line that took me to the highest point, which is the Yorkshire Moor. I think it's 647 metres. A new Pennine 2,000 footer for me. It was just bog everywhere. So I got up to the trig point, and actually the trig point was kind of an oasis. It was the driest bit of the old moor, and I think under normal circumstances it'd probably be a decent place to camp, but we had quite a bit of rain these past few days, even though we had a dry spell before, so it was just dead moist. So yeah, I've dropped off the moor, headed sort of downhill back towards Oberholm, and I haven't descended too far, and I found this little stone structure. I don't know whether it's an old shooting refuge, a shepherd's refuge, I'm not sure. But it's a nice little spot actually. And the skies have definitely cleared. It's going to be a nice early part of the night, I think. But tomorrow morning, the weather is pretty grim. Gale force winds, wet. So ideally, I'd like to be awake at 5 and get sorted pretty quick and be off the moor no later than 6:30. And I've not got that far down to the car. So yeah, I want to miss that weather before it comes. Right, it's 11 o'clock. I've supped up. I think it's time for bed. I've been reading most of the evening, really. Been listening to BBC Sounds podcast about the first Ali and Fraser fight. I might put that back on as I'm nodding off. Stuck my head out at tent. It's clear, starry, frosty as well. It's frost inside the fly sheet of the tent. Unbelievable conditions for the time of year. So glad I brought my winter gear, but very surprising. Anyway, that's it for tonight, and I'll speak to you again in the morning. Good night. Morning. It's just after 5 o'clock. I've been awake on and off, maybe an hour, but from about 12 till 4, I had a good night's sleep, really. It has been cold in the night. My water bottle were a bit frozen this morning. Just having a brew, and I've had a breakfast bar, something for something to eat. I don't normally cook things in the morning. I can't be bothered. I'm not a big breakfasty person anyway. So yeah, I'm going to finish this brew, get organised and get on my way. I've stuck my head out of the tent. It's very, very grey, but just looking over to the east, there's like a rosy glow in the sky, so I don't know whether you'd see the sunrise, but you can certainly see it's coming up. But yeah, I'll just show you my new nose warming technique. It's I've used this on the last 2 trips and it's quite good. I borrowed this fleecy, I don't know what it is, like a fleecy headband off the missus, and that works a treat. It really does seem to work. The only thing is it's a little bit tight, so it kind of crushes my nose. But apart from that, yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing in the future. Right, I'll come back to you when I'm packed up and I'm on the road. See you in a bit.
Quite chuffed. I've just seen a red start up there, and it's a bird I really want to see on this walk. It's one that really encapsulates sort of the scattered woodland of the limestone dales of the Pennines. Really associate that bird, that sort of habitat. It was singing, I could hear it, but I couldn't get my binoculars on it. Anyway, I found it in the end. So I'm back at St Michael and All Angels Church at Overholme. I really wish I could have shown you inside here, because some really lovely features inside. The pews are made by, well, what's he called, that mouse man who lived at Kilburn? Robert Thompson. Anyway, the mouse man is famous for like carving little wooden mice on all his woodwork. So yeah, the pews in here are done by him. It's also got a quirky feature called a rood loft. Now, I don't know what a rood loft is, I can't remember. It's nothing to do with like naked people or out like that. But it's something good. And this church is famous for its rood loft. Also, the ashes of the author J.B. Priestley, they're either scattered in this churchyard or they're interred in this churchyard somewhere. So yeah, it's a nice little church here. It's definitely worth a look. Right, well that's it for this one. The weather has deteriorated exactly as the forecast said. It's been raining on and off on the descent. The winds got up, probably not to the gale force winds they were predicting, but definitely increased. Probably going to get worse in a bit. So thanks for watching, and hopefully on the next one the weather will be sort of pretty normal for the time of year, so that's what I hope for anyway. See you later.